Hello, everyone. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to make some experimental code changes to better understand what is happening in the source code in terms of its impact on the final product or application. So the actual feature that we're interested in here is these three arrows that happen in the Python shell. The task that you are asked to do is to identify where in the code these three little arrows are set to actually write it out to this like Python shell and to then tell the user where they can start typing in their code. Just to remind you, you could start typing in the 1+1 here, and then it'll give the output as if it's a Python shell in your terminal. This behaves just the same as any other Python shell. But let's go about trying to figure out where these three arrows are decided. So the way I approach this is pretty straightforward. I just started with a global search string. So you'll see that I already have these results here of the three little arrows. And it looks like we have quite a few results. You can see we have 48 results in 15 files. But something that I want to point you to is that a lot of these references are actually test cases. So we wouldn't actually be finding the implementation of, the three arrows in the Python prompt being set in any of the test cases. So I think we can limit our search to these other areas. So let's go ahead and look through these. In this config dialog, it looks like we have a lot of these string tags, and maybe they're sort of like matching, def as a keyword or func as, a definition. Little bit unsure what the meaning of these values are, but let's just go ahead and keep looking. In pyparse.py here, we have these in the comments. So I don't think this is where we would actually find the implementation. Then we have pyshell.py. Okay, this looks pretty promising. We have file.write three of these arrows. Okay, so this seems like it could be it. This could be promising. I do see this like file.write idle format warning. So I'm not fully sure what this is, but what we can do is we can actually test this by making a change here. So let's put in these three equal signs. And now I'm going to save it doing Command S. And what I'm actually going to do is rerun the execution of idlelib. So it'll rerun the entire code base. Let me go ahead and do that now. And we should be able to see if it changes. And here it looks like it's exactly the same. So right now, it seems like our hypothesis that this was the region that sets, the Python prompt is correct, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm going to remove those three equal signs. Okay, here again, this is, the next instance of the three arrows. This again looks promising. It looks like we have prompt last line, sys_ps1. Again, I'm not exactly sure. Let's just try it one more time. Let's put these equal signs, press enter, and then let's rerun this Python, the idlelib. And again, we don't have the change. So what this is indicating by, us making these experimental code changes and running it is it's telling us whether or not we were correct in identifying, where this source code is located. Finally, we get to sidebar.py, and I say finally because the rest are in these to-dos, these readmes, or test files. So, okay, this could be it. We are inside of a while loop here. I'm not exactly sure what the while loop is doing, but we have this prompt equals three arrows if console. This matched what we saw earlier with this, console over here. Let's go back though. Now let's try this where we put in the three equal signs and rerun it to see if maybe this is where we have our source code located. So let me go ahead and run this. And oh, perfect. Okay, so now we did see a change, right? The code change we made did actually manifest in the final product, but you can see a big issue here where we increased the width of that Python prompt, and now we're only able to see the first three equal signs in the very beginning of the arrow. So this could be a good stopping point for you to sort of explore the code base here and see how we can actually change that width. So I'll go ahead and stop the video here and give you an opportunity to search through. I'll give you a hint that it's in the sidebar.py file. You might want to look through the sidebar.py file. Maybe you can make use of this outline, code navigation techniques that you've learned before, and sort of see if you can find out how to make this code work such that we see the entire Python prompt here.